Hey guys, welcome to my autumn garden tour. As I said in my last one, I'm going to be filming these kind of mid-season from now on instead of end of season, and we're kind of almost 2/3 of the way through autumn. Things are not looking great in the garden. It's been raining and it's been changeable weather. I haven't had time to get out in here, and yeah, things are a bit crazy. I haven't sorted this bed out yet. It's empty. My dahlias are spreading. I think this started with one, so these are spreading, but yellow flowers are not my favorite, so I don't know how I feel about that. Excuse the bins. This is how this side bit is looking. I'll go this way. Oh, I didn't even know one of my Tanacetum has flowered. We're discovering things together. Loads of weeds everywhere. Like I said, I just haven't had time to get out and sort anything out. These roses are looking sad. This escalonia is looking good. I need to prune it a bit more to make it bush. Pulled the petunias out of here and I've put in a succulent. Looks like the petunias have seeded. Cattle are Fires. It's doing so well. In between the hydrangeas, I planted shrubs, kind of end of winter, but obviously these were just sticks and they were really small. And in my head, I was like, yeah, I kind of know how big they get. And then they got even bigger than that, and these bushes are going to be pretty much this size, and everything's going to get crowded out. So I don't know, we'll see how they go. But I have put in evergreen shrubs here, there and everywhere to kind of fill in. So hopefully that will look good next year. They'll start to grow a bit more. Again, I need to prune this to bush more rather than have these long stems. The cosmos are hanging in. All of my cosmos this year were self-seeded from last year, but they're looking a bit straggly now. They're ready to come out, but I've left them because the bees are just loving them. This buddleia really needs cutting back. In fact, a lot of this does. There's always so much to do in the garden. Delphinium, I just love the colour. I'm really into blue flowers at the moment. These were lupins at the front. Got more shrubs in there. This is Nepeta. And then this little bed is not looking great. These all died back, but then they came back again. So I don't know. I need to sort this out and put some little shrubs in. Like I said, the cosmos is still going strong. I cut back all of the oreganum, which had finished flowering. Same with the echinacea at the back there. That is an aquilegia. This is a red robin that's getting tall. I need to clip the top so it'll bush out. Sorry about the sun. I wanted to film on an overcast day, but the weather is so changeable and we've had so many guests coming and going, and I like to film when they're not there. So I just have to do this today, and the sun is coming and going because we've got partly cloudy weather and a lot of wind, so just bear with me. I talked about this in a vlog. I've redone the path and it's working so much better now. This is Nepeta. Look at these cosmos, aren't they gorgeous? This is as tall as I am. Go back this way. So things are still kind of blooming, but also dying back. If I filmed this at the end of autumn, more things would have just died completely back. So I did want to show what's blooming through autumn. I really wanted to show you our Virginia creeper. It was looking amazing. It was fiery red, but I didn't get a chance to film, and as you can see, it's dropped all of its leaves. Oh, there's a nest up there. How sweet. Anyway, I need to cut all these trailing bits off because it just puts out new growth every year and then it waves around, and the more it does that, the more pressure it puts onto all of the little bits that are fastened onto the post, which are like this, and I don't want it kind of just peeling off. Okay, this bed, lupins, aquilegia, a poppy thrashing about in the wind. The garden beds. I did an update video talking about how they are falling apart, and as you can see I've started putting in the new ones, but I haven't put them all in yet, so this is a bit of a ongoing project. This is all seedlings or things I've grown from seed last spring that I still haven't got around to planting out, and also the lemon tree that I bought on special offer. Haven't planted that either. Had a little bit of a tidy up here, but looks like it can be doing with another going over now that the dahlias are finished. Yeah, not a good state of affairs. These beds are just completely falling apart. I will link that video here if you don't know what I'm talking about. Oh, Grant cut these 2 peach trees down. They were just way too big. In fact, 3. They were just too big. They never actually produced any fruit. They shade the garden beds, which is not great for growing vegetables, and yeah, they just weren't really adding anything to the garden. The only thing we got out of them was beautiful pink blossom in the spring, but they're tucked away in the back here, so we never really got to see them from the house or anything, so decided to cut them down. So the beds are going to go as far as maybe 1 more there and then spread that way, so that this end area we can leave open for our pumpkin patch next year. So these are the new beds. First I want to talk about our Tinea hedge. Let me just get out of the sun glare. There we go. This is doing so well. It's so tall. I'll insert a picture here showing you how it looked when we planted it and the date that we planted them, and they've just really grown so quickly. I'm pleased with them. So the plans, which I've talked about before, is all these beds are coming out. These beds are going to be like maybe another row, I think, after this row. So another row there, and then we're going to put a hedge along there so that the guests, when they look out, they aren't seeing straight into the veggie plot, so I can come out and work in the garden without them feeling overlooked and me feeling watched. These are cauliflower, broccoli, I don't know which, a mix. Same with these. There's loads of weeds. I was waiting for them to get bigger because they're easier to pull when they're bigger. So I need to come out and sort all of that out. These are the old beds. Everything's looking a bit of a state. This is a bed full of carrots. There's some weeds as well. More broccoli and cauliflower. And these are supposed to be spinach, but nothing's come up, so I don't know. Loads of weeds. I do have some peppers that I should probably harvest. Yep, some that are ready to harvest. This bed, I don't know. It's not looking great. I'm learning as I go, and one of the things I'm learning is that perennials are all very well and good in the summer and they come back each year, so you don't have to replant them, but in the winter they don't look great, even the so-called evergreen ones. So I'm concentrating going forward on just putting in more evergreen shrubs, and then I can tuck flowers in around them, but yeah, the actual perennial flowers are not working for me. Weeds. See, this I like. This is lamium and it's spreading so well. This was a tiny little seedling when I first put it in. And this is what I want, is more ground cover, so I need to put more of that in. Sorry about the wind, by the way. These hazelnut trees have never actually produced nuts since I pruned them. I don't see any on the ground. It's a bit of a shame, but they were very wild and overgrown. This is Grant's beloved grapevine that it comes out and titivates. We haven't actually had any grapes off it because as soon as it gets ripe, the birds get them. But I don't know what variety of grape these are. They're a deep purple, and when you eat them, they actually taste like that fake grape flavor, you know, like grape soda or grape bubblegum or something. They actually do taste like that. But yeah, we haven't actually had any grapes of it. A few things still going on here. Looking great. Everything needs to tidy up. We're just letting the strawberries spread all through here as ground cover. I've talked about these before. They just want to keep spreading and making more plants and never really give us any fruit, but the theory is they keep the weeds down, although there's weeds and grass growing through them, so I don't know how well that actually works. Oh, I've just seen that my camellia is flowering. So this will eventually be a camellia hedge, but they are slower growing than the red robin, so it's going to take a while. This is a Westringia. Like I said, I put in evergreen shrubs. Viburnum. This cosmos is all huge. Self-seeded zinnias in between. Another Westringia. There are shrubs, kind of. There's a Loropetalum. They're just little, so flowers are kind of putting on the show in the meantime. Grant's finally got rid of all the stuff that needed mulching. I need to sort this corner out. I need to harvest the apples. And there's our cabin, which has our online shop in it. For the pots on either side of the step, I've got a Hebe in each one, and put some bulbs in, ranunculus I think, but they've all come up. Like, they're not supposed to come up until spring, but anyway, a bit premature. I have some dwarf azaleas, 3 there and 3 there. Nepeta, I don't even know what this is. I grew it from seed and I have no idea what it is. Any ideas? I would love to know. I need to harvest the pears. They're all dropping off the tree. That is a pear tree back there. Aquilegia. This bed is also a bit untidy. I feel kind of embarrassed filming a garden tour and everything just looks in a state, but this is how it looks mid-autumn. Hashtag real life. This tree needs a prune. Some weeds coming up there, but otherwise not too bad. Full of grass. This is a state. I just need to get a big ground cover to go over there. This is the pool area. We've just left the ground sheet over. It's probably going to get damaged over the winter, but it'll keep the weeds from taking over this area. Hopefully next year we're going to get this all concreted and the gates put up. And we are back to the beginning. So that is the state of the garden. These are all weeds, by the way. Mid-autumn. Hope you enjoyed this. Thanks for watching, and I'll see you in the next one.